I think when your heart is like truly like pure, if you will, and you're not afraid, you're not trying to keep as much as you can and then give very little. You're very fair with everything that you do. People see that and they realize that you have more to lose if you mess this up than you will to gain if you steal, you know?
What's up, everybody? We back for another episode of your favorite African and Black podcast, Afronomics. I'm your host, Llewellyn Dixon.
It's your boy, Sita Dumbuya, in the flesh. And we're joined by two people.
You in the flesh? You're not in the flesh with them?
Anyway, thank you, Llewellyn. As much as he screws up this intro, we want to talk. I'm still in the flesh, just not there. Thank you for pointing that out. And I'm joined by, these aren't even guests. This is family. This is legit family. Yeah. They mama done cooked for me on multiple occasions. Okay. Still got some of the food in the freezer on tuck, ready to go.
Oh my.
Family for real, Yeah. We're joined by Kwannette and Kwardel Lewis of the Freetown Lewises.
Yes. Stop it.
No, those. Like I'm saying, if you know Freetown, Sierra Leone, Sir Samuel look like yes.
Sir
I'm
Samuel
I'm a big deal.
Samuel
But another thing, because they be trying to hide some truths about them. I didn't know until recently they got two other names that I'm gonna put them on the spot, and they got to give us the full African name. We want to hear it all.
Okay,
you can start.
Okay. Well, my full name is Kwardel Fabian Olakule Lewis. Fabian isn't African, it's more English. It was my grandma's mom's name, who passed away when she was young. And then Olakule is the middle name of my dad's late sister, I believe. So Olakule is Yoruba based. I'm not going to give meaning because I don't want the Nigerians to come after me. That's wrong.
They will. Sure.
They will. Actually, I want you to try it just so we can put it on there and make it a hook for them to watch.
No.
They only comment.
They only comment when they think they're about to be offended.
They can comment and tell me what the meaning is.
Yes, that's what we do.
One thing about, we're Creole, so one thing about
Love
Creole,
it.
we have a lot of base with Yorubas because of the slave trade and everything like that. So you'll find a lot of Creole will have an English sounding first name and then a Yoruba middle name or vice versa.
Very true. Look at that history
Girl,
fact.
I
Okay. Okay, well, for me is Ayodele Ransolina.
Yes. Say it one more time.
Ayodele Ransolina.
My God.
Yes.
Right, add the yes too.
Yes. And they really came from my grandparents. My Ayodele is my mom's mom, and Ransolina, or Ransolina really, is my dad's mom.
Okay.
All right, good. All right, so I got to do the full intro for him. So
Intro.
Okay.
I want to hear everything.
yeah, so Kwannette and Kwardel, of course, they're in Atlanta. But they're first generation Sierra Leone American, similar to myself. So we all grew up together. So we not family by blood, but we family by
Culture.
life. For
Village.
real
We're
family.
part of the same village here.
So they, with their family, run Lewisville Hotel, which is in Freetown. Kwardel is a public health specialist.
Come on.
And Kwannette is a dental hygienist. So they got the whole health thing, and they are very active in the Sierra Leone community, not just in Atlanta, but actually in Sierra Leone as well. And they have a little brother who's frat, great dude, CS, computer science. He couldn't be here because he's up in Maryland, but the three of them are thick as thieves, and I grew up with them, just having another set of just cousins that we just got real family. So very excited for this conversation, and we're gonna get into it. But first, we got our topic called Wahala, or a segment called Wahala.
Okay.
I told them one thing, but
Uh-oh.
we couldn't do that. We can't do the dancing because of copyright and YouTube and all your rules.
We was gonna do this, y'all.
Right. Cecil had us practicing.
I can't do it.
I mean, you don't practice. If you good,
but it won't be right if you don't have the song.
You should have told me that.
It'll sound like the sneakers on the ground, and that's it.
Okay. Anyway, all right. You got spared. You got spared today.
Okay.
Look at God.
Look at right. All right, but the topic for the day is going to be. I want everybody for the next like 2 minutes.
Oh my God.
You got to speak in your language.
Yeah.
So we got to speak Creole. You got to speak Liberian.
Colloquia?
Colloquia. You got to speak Colloquia.
Do you speak it?
Small.
You sabe
Okay.
tocar?
Small.
Okay,
Oh, yeah.
okay.
All right.
Family.
Don't
Starting one.
For 2 minutes?
As long as we can do it.
Okay.
We gonna talk.
But-
Say we know able.
Say we tired.
But it is okay. I was gonna say it has to come out naturally. But if we start doing it,
Yes.
then it'll like feed off of each other.
Talk on no
Yeah, that thing talking the that is.
Okay, so we see what you talk about. Leave now.
That language. Wait, you can speak 4 language.
No,
The
no,
whole-
we sabi
you
ako
can
talk
speak-
English, Creole,
Sure.
small Spanish,
Small Spanish, okay.
small.
Okay.
Yes.
Habla español un poquito, sí.
No, no, no.
No.
Sí, pero no.
We know that talk
La idioma
Spanish.
de
no,
África.
What?
La idioma de África solamente.
It's
Hablo
What
español.
to make you that talk?
Yo quiero hablar español, por favor.
Spanish, but so wait till you say Liberia they talk Colloquia.
That in name, so the name we call it is Colloquia.
Colloquia.
Colloquia. That Liberian English.
Oh,
Yeah.
I hear the accents.
So you had the Liberian English, and then we have all. Of course, the tribes have their own. Thing too. I don't speak tribe. I know small phrases and some. So I think Bassa, the phrase is it Apo Gripo Zuo, and I learned it from church. I think it means praise God or something like that.
Okay.
And all I know, but my mind teacher.
Yes, I hear you. The Liberian accent, you know, Liberian they look for sing, you know, the words they connect with one another and
Yeah.
The Liberian one, it different past all the other West African where they talk. You know, we they talk. It sound almost like Nigerian pidgin.
Yes.
But them on very, very different.
But when your own can sound, it sounds different too. I think our own and your own can sound. It's different because of the settlers. The because it's settled there and it's different because even Ghana and Nigeria can sound the same.
We gonna have
Ghana and
to
Nigeria can
we
sound
have
the
to put
same.
subtitles on this section.
But see,
Are y'all catching along? We looking at
but y'all ain't know we was a little bit
bit.
versatile. See, you got some. So what you spoke something earlier.
Not
What was-
Creole. I didn't
And she
speak
spoke the Creole. I spoke the Spanish. And now I'm
Yeah.
speaking the Negro.
Speak the American. Speak
okay.
Atlanta.
Speak of Atlanta.
Yesterday we did.
And then now we have to also show some of the bachelor's and master's degrees and speak the white Anglo Saxon.
do we have to? I'd rather speak Atlanta.
I mean,
Hey, you talking
born
about?
and raised.
I said as long as we can do it. I said as long as we can do it. That was good.
That was fun.
good.
Yeah.
But wait, now we gotta do the whole team
We
like
ain't
that
cool
now.
if we
Eh?
should.
The whole thing.
The whole team like that.
We'll
Eh?
struggle. This is gonna be a short interview.
Struggle.
It'll be a short interview. But for the topic on our past episode, we had to describe the week in the Atlanta accent.
A week in
Describe our week in the
Like,
Atlanta.
do your accent and do
Can
your
y'all do
Atlanta
that? Can y'all
accent.
do an
Can y'all
Atlanta
do Atlanta
accent?
accent?
I don't
I
think
want to
so.
hear it. Yeah.
They grew up in
She's
Henry
like,
County.
I'm
okay,
too
on our
bougie
looking like-
for
we
that.
grew up on the
I'm
south
too
side.
refined.
So okay, I think I can do a little bit, but
You can do
Nah,
it.
let
I
it
can
hear
hear
it.
it now.
yeah,
It's coming
I'm
out now.
definitely with the
It's
folks,
there.
you know.
With the
She-
folks.
So
Shout out
I
to
am a
Atlanta.
neighbor.
Come on, staying with the common
Couple
people. You better keep the
He
common
was kind of
touch.
neighbor too. He just said,
Okay.
"I ain't folk."
Hey,
It's
folk.
just-
And I'm not even from here. I'm from up north.
Aye,
There you go.
No, that's not it.
See,
Hey, folk.
Hey, folk. Is that what they say though?
That's what I
and
mean.
that's the funny
It say
thing.
twin.
Twin.
So
That's
what
that
I
New
twin?
Atlanta.
Yeah.
Folk is what I learned when I first moved there. People were saying
Yeah,
Hey,
folks.
partner.
So
When
then
we was
it's
growing up,
shawty.
it was
Hey,
partner.
partner,
Yeah.
folk,
Partner, shawty.
Hey,
shawty.
shorty. Yeah.
Shawty.
Shorty.
Yeah,
So-
shorty
so
is New York.
Sure, yeah.
Right.
We also, all of us
But
on the
a
coast
lot
say
of people
shorty.
often say I
But
have,
up
like,
north,
they
the higher
think I'm
up north
from
you get,
up
the
north.
harder the R is.
R.
In New York, it's shorty.
Shorty.
In DC, it's shorty. Here is shawty.
Shoddy.
Shawty.
You know, we like to
Shawty. You don't even
Shawty.
really say the last part. You just
Shawty.
shawty. I talk shawty.
Shawty.
Like you just
The farther
turn it
north,
to one
the
syllable.
farther south you get, the
yeah.
R just go to hell.
That's hilarious. Goodbye. That is hilarious.
All right, good.
All
We
right.
got through that topic, so y'all nice and warmed up, so we can
Yes.
get into the conversation. The first, tell us, these fits though, cause y'all came in putting it on.
Can y'all, would y'all mind standing up so the people can see what
I don't
y'all got
wanna
on?
mess up y'all.
The regality of what's happening here, cause she got a
You can
train
go one at a time.
and everything.
Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have Kwannette,
Kwardel.
Kwannelle. I'm sorry, Kwardel. Jesus wept. I'm bad with names. I'm gonna just.
Okay, easy because the two of us, the names
Mhm.
go together.
She is. What is the designer's name?
So the designer is Christine Wilson. She is also Sierra Leonean. She is a Sierra Leonean fashion designer.
There you go.
All right, so Christine Wilson, who's Sierra Leonean fashion designer, just so we get that in the mic.
There we go.
So
there we
Kwardel
go.
is sporting a nice wrap. You know, go ahead, do a little modeling
Do
for
a little
the people.
model turn
This
for you.
runway. Okay.
There you
Don't
go.
play with
It's
it.
a nice
Don't
little
play
summer,
with it.
nice little
Don't play
summer
with it.
fit. There you go. She is ordained, ordained with a bunch of gold as well because that's what royalty wears.
Boom,
There you
bow.
go.
Yes.
There you go.
Okay.
There you go.
Okay, this would just be a different piece. Same theme, full set.
The same designer?
Same design.
Same design.
Cure
Okay.
Fashions.
Okay.
Yes.
Cure was
Cure Fashions.
Cure.
Cure Fashions.
Oh, wait. All right.
She got
Cure
the
Fashions
train on.
LLC.
There you go.
Luxury resort wear.
Like
CureFashions.com.
Yes.
The trimming on the legs.
All together. All together.
It
There
all
you go.
matches. Boom, bow.
There you
Look
go.
at that.
There you go. Regal Tings. Queen Tings.
Yes.
Queen
And
Tings.
let's try and finesse in this sponsorship. So that's www.kirafashions.com. That's KHIRA fashions.com. Resort looks, vacation, bridal party looks. Centerville Highway, 3375 Centerville Highway, Snellville, Georgia. Get at it.
Get at it.
Get at
If
it.
you're looking for the fastest way to look like African royalty, this is where it is.
This is it. Y'all might be honest on
I was
this.
saying, I'm finna be like Gilly on $1 Million, with just struggling through them promos. My boy be they words be giving that man that 1-2, giving him the business.
There you go. There you go.
No, she
is amazing.
Did y'all have these custom made or y'all went to the store and bought them?
The store.
We got
The
it from
store.
her.
But you could with certain things, I'm sure she'll be able to do custom made. I'm sorry, I'm not close enough.
No, I was just
Okay,
making sure
okay.
we get. We
Yeah,
had to set
yeah.
it back. So
She has like multiple things. She focuses a lot on silk, etc., but like tying and the African print with it as well.
Yeah. And the big thing is that all of her sewers, they are based in African
Africa.
countries.
Love it.
So it's not, she understands that, yes, I'm benefiting, but how can I benefit my continent?
There you go.
My country, Salone, and Nigeria, and everyone.
So Salone is what? So a lot of
Sierra
African countries
Oh,
we
sorry.
have nicknames for our country. Salone is Sierra Leone for sure. Liberia, we just said Liberia, we just say LIB. Just similar to Atlanta, ATL.
Yeah.
I forget that sometimes. My
And
friends
Nigeria
are so
is
used
Niger.
to it now. hearing
Yes,
Salone.
Salone, they just know.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, now we can. We done been talking already,
know,
but
right?
tell us more about. First of all, y'all were supposed to grow up in Sierra Leone as well, similar to us.
Mm-hmm.
Like we grew up, but some people may not know their history.
Yeah.
And why did y'all grow up in Atlanta? And it's the same story as me, but speak on that.
Ultimately, the war.
Yeah.
We were both born here and then went back home, and we were staying with our grandparents for some years until the war pretty much got bad. And it's interesting to think about what governments know, because there were so many like letters being sent, there's a war happening, remove these American citizens, there's a war coming, but you're not really seeing it right away. So it's like you're listening, but you're not, till it gets to the point where it's like, we will be taking these American citizens from you if you don't remove them. And then from there on, steps were needing to be taken for us to move. So then we came.
So the U.S. was reaching out to Sierra Leone and saying, like, give us
To
back
our-
our people,
to
to
our
your parents.
Yeah, because they were
Yes.
minors.
We were minors.
And they were
We were-
American citizens.
We were about like 2, 3 around that age, and they were just contacting our parents. Hey, stuff's going on. It's not safe there, but like she was saying, when we were there, no one really knew what was going on. The government wasn't saying anything. They weren't seeing the fighting. They're thinking it was out in the provinces, which is like the village away from the main city, Freetown. But the government knew everything that was going on. The U.S. government knew, and they were telling our parents. And they got to a point where they said, if like what Kwannette said, if you don't bring your kids back, we will go get them, and then we're going to charge you. And they were like, okay. And so luckily my mom's younger sister, she won a lottery because at that point they were noticing that okay, this war is starting to reach Freetown to the city. So there's not as many flights, but my aunt won the lottery to get a flight to come, and so she was like, young 20s, got these young kids with her, taking this on the flight back here, and unfortunately the war lasted 11 years.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's a
So
while.
we weren't
Shout
able
out to
go
Auntie
back.
Denny for that.
Yes, shout out to Auntie Denny. She's like our other mom.
Yeah.
Wow.
But the war lasted about 11 years, and as we know, destruction comes with war, especially in developing countries.
Yeah.
So pretty much things were plundered. People were stealing, destroying buildings and everything like that. But
Yeah.
luckily, God is good. Our buildings that our grandparents built was pretty much safe. They had some people back home who did try to take care of the property.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, and that's if you've seen the movie Blood Diamonds, then that's the war that's described.
Yeah.
And similar, to me, so to them, we moved to Sierra Leone
Yeah.
and was supposed to grow up there, but because of the war, that's the only reason I grew up in Atlanta. So it's crazy how something like that, which when you're a kid, you don't even really know what's going on for real.
Exactly.
I was 2 when we moved back, but that moment was just completely different trajectory. Like I grew up in Decatur because of that. Otherwise, would very much have grown up in Freetown. So it's
And
just
come
crazy.
back, like the plan was to come back our senior year
Of high school, like
I
to
don't
go
know
to,
that was like for you too, but yeah.
I don't know what the plan
Plan was,
was.
yeah.
It just
I think we all had the same story because if left up to my mom, my mom would have never moved here. I would have also been born and raised in Liberia too, but the war did what the war did. So even here, my mom made sure that I was as Liberian as possible.
Very much so.
We ate Liberian food in the house.
Yeah.
Everything we did was Liberian. That's why I speak Liberian English, because I was around
Yes.
it
Yeah.
so much, even to the point where it was actually a compliment to me when I went to Liberia for the first time. The people were like, "You sure you wasn't born here?" I was like, "Really? Thank you so much."
that is the best compliment.
I was
That
like,
is the
thank you
best.
so much.
Yes.
Yeah. I don't want to gloss over this. I mean, this is my conspiracy theory mind. The U.S. is sending letters to your parents talking about there's a war coming. There's a war coming. My conspiracy theory mind, of course, we know also attached to the Blood Diamond stuff, says, of course y'all knew there's a war coming because you facilitated it to happen.
They do. They support a lot of coups in Africa. Like it's insane. Like just uprooting whole people. But they're always protecting their interests and
Yes.
self-preservation, trying to get resources and everything.
For certain.
But yeah, no,
Their
it's
best interests.
and it's crazy just because the impacts of the war still are
Still
here. You
exist.
have
We're still
generation
feeling
of kids that didn't even go to school for years. Like
Yeah.
the impacts are still there. I don't think we've really recovered.
We haven't.
We haven't, because Sierra Leone used to be a lot more
Robust.
prominent,
The
even
go-to
for
place.
for education
We
and
help
everything.
other countries,
And even now, I remember when I first touched down in Africa, we stopped to get to Liberia. You stop in Sierra Leone and drop folks off and pick folks up. And so it was still daylight. I've never been able to fly into Liberia during the summer because it's always dark by the time we get there. But we stopped in Sierra Leone. The sun was setting, but it was enough for me to see the land. The land itself is beautiful, yes. But the development around it broke my heart because I was like, I touched down. It was my first time touching down in Africa, even though I was in the plane. And I was like, I'm home. But this is what they've left us with.
Yeah.
And it broke my heart because I was like, I know we're so much capable of so much more. And the folks who are here don't even they don't know the ability of what they could be doing. All because people want to do foolishness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think that's one of the purposes of this show is there's a lot of development that can be done, and there's a lot of development that's happening, but it's just not us doing it a lot of times. And we have people that's doing it. Shout out to y'all, and that's why we have this conversation. But it's just we're not doing it en masse. But there's so much opportunity, but the biggest thing I think a lot of times is brain drain and resource drain. It's like so many of us. I mean, of course, we were forced out in a sense, but so many of us, the goal is to get to America or get to London. It's like you work hard to get out of there, and it's hard to blame them because there's so much hardship that you have to deal with. Even if you want to do something and you're inspired, you run into so much resistance. But we're starting to see the shift back of let's get back into Africa. Let's get back to where we came from and do business and give back and start companies. And I think that that's the biggest ticket for us excelling globally.
Yeah.
Yeah. So with that, you guys tell us about what you guys are doing in Sierra Leone as a family. It's a family-owned business, but talk high level about like what Lewisville is, how it came about.
Okay.
Also, question: which one is the older sister?
Who do you
What's
think?
happening? They say the one who looks younger is usually the older one. I'm gonna assume
They're very close in age. So
I'm gonna assume you are the older sister.
No, actually. Oh, I look younger. Good.
So it's
No.
I'll just get
This is the old head. Yeah.
And I didn't even do it based on looks. I just did it based off like energy. I don't
Yeah.
know. You just
I can see
And,
that.
and funny enough, she usually gives the older sibling energy, and I'm the one who I just sit back and then I let her. I'm like, yeah.
But yeah, now you've
But-
been Big Sis been letting you. She's like, oh, let me see what I've taught and see how it's working out.
She is big sis. We're
she is
18
like the
months.
mom kind of.
Yeah,
she's
she's-
Okay,
very
right now,
much the
see,
mom.
now that I see the dynamic, it is giving like
Actually,
it is giving. Okay, let
like,
me just
go ahead
marvel
and talk.
at the
Go
baby.
ahead.
Let me marvel at the baby and let the
Yeah,
baby do the work.
Even the hand on the hip, like the mannerism, like the hand with the crawl, like you killing it,
I was raised by Miss Jeanette.
right?
Yes. But so we are Lewisville Boutique is based in Sierra Leone, Freetown, be specific. It is a family-run hotel, apartment style units that have air conditioning, kitchenettes, your own bathrooms. It started off in it's 2001, I would say,
Yeah.
2000, 2001.
That's some time ago.
It feels like it was just yesterday, but when you
Yeah.
think about it, it's like, oh, it's already 2005.
Yeah.
But we mentioned
Wait,
earlier.
2001 or 2021?
2001.
I'm sorry, 2021.
Oh.
Okay.
2021.
I was gonna say,
Yeah.
y'all been at it.
No.
I'm gonna say, damn.
That-
I did the
y'all
math. I was like,
started
damn,
young.
that's
Starting
amazing.
to
I was
put in
11. I was like,
money
dang.
to change,
Aaliyah was
but-
alive.
I was like, y'all was, yeah,
R.I.P. Aaliyah.
y'all were
R.I.P.
sick.
to the queen.
Damn.
No. So my grandparents always had these property back home. It was the home property, family property. That one building was like the family home.
Yes.
And then the other units were apartments.
So it's
in
like
a
a compound.
It's a compound, yes.
Yeah, you
Yes.
see that a lot
Yeah.
in Africa.
West
Like,
Africa,
you don't
yeah,
just
yes.
buy a
People don't just
house.
have-
Like it's a
It's a
Yeah, so for those of
compound.
y'all who aren't familiar, like, y'all think we don't have houses in Africa?
Houses.
We have full compounds.
Compounds, right.
multiple houses.
Multiple
Made of
houses.
concrete. It's not wooden. It's legitimate structures.
Yes.
and multiple levels to it. And originally they were apartments.
Yeah.
And our grandparents were running it. One thing that we do know about, like, especially older Africans, we want to make sure the community is okay. So we were running it, but it wasn't profitable at a point. So my dad knew, like, we couldn't keep this property as it is and not be able to put money back into it because things are falling apart. The tenants weren't taking care of the property, things like that. So
He knew his children. He knew his children, and he had a plan. Not to cut you
ahead,
off,
go ahead.
but he had a plan ultimately to make it as easy as possible for the next generation to run.
yeah.
And things shift. Like I think back in the day, a lot of Africans who did have property, or Sierra Leoneans, from the knowledge that I know that did have property, did rent it out for like a year or so, and you fight to get the money, or get some, or whatever reason, like you don't get the funding. But time is changing, and as time change, there's a lot of tourism that's coming back for our countries. So I think having that mission, what was the best way to get a profit and give back to the community and still like save your value of your home. And unfortunately, no one is going to treat your home like you will, right?
Yeah.
So giving someone access for a long period of time, like the best bet is or the best opportunity I think was for Airbnb. So we really do commend him for that thought process. Because also like thinking about us being here who may not have all the access or the resources or the relationships that he has, is easier to run it with an Airbnb than, outside of that. So.
Okay. So give us a breakdown. Like, what's at the property? How many rooms is it? Is it like, who's staying there? Who's your clientele?
Yeah. So, I don't know.
Okay, so for the main compound, we have San Fernando House, Tuskegee House, Harare House.
What made y'all name it?
Yes, there's stories behind
We gotta
it.
get some
Yeah.
And I was gonna tell y'all.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll let her go.
Yeah, so my dad's dad, our grandpa, late grandpa, Sammy Lewis II, he was also a public health professional specialist. He did a lot of HIV education prevention throughout Africa, not just in Sierra Leone, but he went to Kenya, so Harare House. He studied at UCLA. So San Fernando is in California. Tuskegee House. He got his undergrad at Tuskegee University in Alabama.
HBCU. There we go.
Yes.
And they family got a pipeline
yes.
through Tuskegee, right?
Yes. So
It really started from my grandfather, who came to America and went there. Then our dad, his younger brother, Uncle Evelyn, went there. And then now our brother went there. Joshua, Uncle Evelyn's first son, went there. So it's...
And
I love the
Adrena
family
still
Adrena.
history. I love
and
the.
Adrena, our cousin, who's actually on my mom's side, the Auntie Denny who brought us here. She
other
goes
mom.
there now, and so she'll be finishing up in 2 years. So
Yeah, they got that. That's a powerful connection. You got a HBCU, which is very much like Black American, and then you have ties with Africa. It's like that's crazy that you have like Africans literally fresh off the boat Africans, like grew up in Sierra Leone, come here, and then they go to HBCU.
Yeah.
Where I think a lot of
Specifically
times,
Tuskegee.
yes, but and that's in the history of Tuskegee in
Yes.
itself. Like
Yes.
that's a powerful connection.
That's exactly the
My
kind of
dad-
student
One
that Booker
thing-
T. Washington would have wanted at
Yeah.
Tuskegee.
And one thing that I know back in like the 70s, 80s, that at least Tuskegee was doing really well was recruiting people from African countries to come here and, you study there. Because it's not like, you're all the way in Freetown, small town, and you hear, oh, yeah, I'm going to go to Tuskegee. Because even people here in Georgia, I've learned, don't even know about Tuskegee. So they did a good job of recruitment and bringing in, people from these African countries. I guess, like what you said, Booker T would have wanted that, and that was their vision. Hopefully, they're still continuing that type of recruitment connection. But yeah, that's how they got here. My grandpa, and all it takes is just one person to go to the school, and then you start to be able to influence, your family, friends, and things like that. Because even my dad's cousin, he also went to Tuskegee. He's in public health as well. He
And leave it to
works
our
for the
dad.
government.
Yeah, Tuskegee made him. So
Yeah.
a lot of what he does to give back, everything, he'll tie it back.
HBCUs tend to do that.
Yeah.
He's a
There we
Morehouse
go.
man.
Oh,
I can see it. I can see
Yeah.
it.
I can see it. It's
I
crazy.
used to take that as a questionable thing, but
You
It
just
shouldn't
got
be.
written on you.
It shouldn't
Get the
be.
M tattooed or something.
Right.
Yeah.
But no, it
Yeah.
shouldn't.
yeah.
But no,
But
so
that's where the names ultimately came up. It's just
Yeah.
every place that he visited or lived.
Yeah.
So tying it back, like he understood. Him and my grandma both, Ronsalina Lewis, they understood the meaning or the value behind like property and land
Yeah.
before a lot of people did back
Come on.
in that day, you
Yeah.
know? So that was something that they wanted to make sure that they bought up, and he wanted to tie it to have like more meaning behind it.
Yeah.
Okay, so San Fernando for UCLA, San Fernando House, Harare, I think it's capital Zimbabwe.
Harare.
Yeah.
Is he in Zimbabwe? I don't think it's Kenya. Because I know he's been to Kenya.
Yeah.
No, that's Nairobi.
Yeah, Nairobi
That's
is
Nairobi.
Kenya.
We
And
also
we do
another
have a
property
property in
that-
Nairobi.
Oh, really?
Nairobi,
Okay,
yes.
okay. And
Yeah.
then Tuskegee House. So no, that's dope that he tied it all in.
He did.
Yes.
But and to your point, like that's amazing, commendable what your granddad did, what your dad was able to continue, because it's a lot of us that's over here all the time. Everybody in Sierra Leone or Sierra Leone's in America, all 10 with the bills. Everybody is like trying to build, and no people. Very rarely does it work out. If family gonna steal from you.
Wait, what did you just say?
Build like building a house. It's Creole.
Yeah.
Yes.
This man ain't spoke this much Creole on this podcast.
He's
around family. That's why. And it's okay because if we were interviewing Liberian people, it would probably be the same thing.
Yeah, it's very easy to just slip
just go in
in
and out.
there.
It's like it wouldn't even have made sense for me to try and speak it in English. Like it made more sense to because then she know exactly. There's a different connotation with that.
It is. I did bills.
I ain't mad
Just
at it.
see 10 years. I still did bills. $10,000.
Yeah, but it's a lot of finesse and a lot of struggle because we're abroad and it's like you're not there. All tend to eat you money, that watch you face.
Yes.
So that means
I understood that. I understood
Okay.
that. Yeah, I picked that up.
Yeah, but no, you guys are doing it successfully and operating the whole business. And like every time I hear about it, I got a chance to go there and check out the house. They had a party when I was there in 2023 December. Yeah, December 2023. Went there. They gave me the full tour. Like it was like Cribs Freetown edition. Like gave me everything. Nice. Like they got these one bed like they were mentioning. You got the kitchenette in there. Like it's very nicely done. You got the nice tile showers. They got the TV. They got like the design, the ID, the industrial design of the building is like very well done. Like, but that's very tough to execute. How are you guys managing that? Please, because there's a lot of people who want to, they just can't.
Yeah. So, God.
Right? Jesus.
But on a serious note, my dad is like truly a blessing, a humble, loving individual, giving individual, right? And I think, and we talked about this before, I think when your heart is like truly like pure, if you will, and you're not afraid, you're not trying to keep as much as you can and then give very little, you're very fair with everything that you do, people see that and they realize that you have more to lose if you mess this up than you will to gain if you steal, you know? You can steal now and be good for however long, and then you throw away your money, and then what?
And your reputation is gone as well.
It's gone. Then you don't have more work to get. Like, there'll be times where things are slow and you're still getting, like, paid, like your family's still taken care of. So to me, I think that, one, is very important to be fair because they already, unfortunately, look over here and think that things are a lot easier than what it is, right?
And one thing, I'm going to just pop in. One thing that I do know, a lot of people hear about, things going on and doing business in a developing country or in Africa or whatever. And they think, okay, everything's going to be cheap there. So I can pay them barely a living wage there and I'm going to still get my work done. And it's like, no, they still need to make enough money to take care of their kids, their family. Some people back home, they pay for their kids to go to school. You have to pay to get to the property. And so you need to give them enough money for them to sustain themselves, and they think I'm doing the good work here and I'm taking care of my family, so let me keep doing the good work and keep giving back to sometimes they call him boss, chief,
Boss
man, big man.
Boss man don't come.
It don't come.
Every time I used to be back home and my dad would leave and come back, I would just hear the security saying, boss man don't come. I was like, okay.
Like, all right.
But I feel like that's tough though, because I feel like you got so many people that got a short-term mindset over there because everything is about survival and struggle.
That's true.
So like even though yes, it makes sense logically, like I can steal today and I'll be good for the day, but let me do this long term because then I can continue to eat. But sometimes people don't even have that mindset to be able to wrap their head around that. And that how do you, is it in the vetting process of how you hire or like how you prevent against that?
I think connections. It was what it was. So I guess vetting, like discernment, having discernment, and sometimes you'll still get burned through that process. But
Charge it to the game.
you know, ultimately,
Yeah, everyone's going to skim a bit. You
Yeah.
know, they could take small,
Include it in the budget.
and have that exactly.
Yes.
But having that mindset, knowing that there's going to be a little bit. At some point, you just have to know how much is skimming where you're now stealing from me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, where's the line?
So like having that understanding or that mindset. But I mean, I think we really have been blessed, but through that, like, because we found good leader, like with our contractor and stuff, and through our contractor found individuals that they trust, they're on the ground, right? So if you can find one head person, right, that is very loyal, right, I think you'll be good from there. You just one. It really just takes one that understands.
A real leader. Yeah.
And understands like contracting and how it works and everything that comes with it, or the different jobs that's needed, and then from there you can like vouch.
That word of mouth is a big thing. I even seen it when we would go visit some people. My dad was like, "Oh, I like how they did this," and then he'll get their contact information from the homeowner, and then that person will be able to come in and do what they have to do. Or the contractor, my dad would show him a picture, and the contractor would be like, "Okay, I know someone who can do this," and then he'll get them, and they'll come. And honestly, it's not really just a one-time job. My dad would bring them back for more and more jobs.
And that's general, real estate. Good common practices. Get referrals for certain things. You see somebody do something well. That's always word of mouth referrals. Are always the best. And then building a relationship, not just a one-time thing. Like if somebody knows that you're doing work and you consistently do work, I think they do a better job for you, and they're trying to make a better impression. So same stuff applies.
So I'm also interested. I know this is a family business that you all run together. But aside, I guess what for you individually, as individuals, like what is this like? What you want to do long term? Work with the family business? What are you working on as individuals too?
So long term, one thing that we do know is that passive income is king. You can work in your day job, but you need to have something to sustain you for retirement long term. Like we mentioned, I work in public health. I'm an advisor, analyst, and researcher. She's a dental hygienist, and she also teaches dental hygiene at a local college. And it's like you can only do this up to a certain point. I don't think I want to be 75 and still boots on the ground doing
public health stuff.
Even though I love it, I love health education, I love epidemiology, surveillance work, but it'll get to a point where it is tiring, and you like, okay, this is something that we can sustain and work on, and not really put in so much. I don't want to say too much effort, because you do need to. Yes. You do need to be very involved, but as in the day-to-day
you're working for yourself.
You're working for yourself. That's the thing. You're working for yourself. That money is coming into your house, your family.
And you get paid last after all the expenses.
After all the expenses, you get paid last. And so I think it is, one thing that we do love is passive income. We also do event decor, things like that. And so we know that there's power outside of that day-to-day grind, that 9-to-5 grind.
To just add to that, because everything she says is absolutely 100%, but to just, I didn't know if I needed to, but to just add to what she was stating was that I think generational wealth is really big for me. Like our family, our ancestors did a lot. Like our great-great-grandfather was the first mayor of Sierra Leone. That's where Sir Samuel Lewis came about, where we have a street after them. My grandfather, and again, my Nana, like I was telling you about, understood the value of like land and property. And they did this a lot of land too. Very much. Like to this day, I was just talking to my dad. My dad is actually back home right now. And I was just talking to him, and he's telling me more land he's finding out that she owns. Like,
wow,
you know what I'm saying?
And it really wasn't common for women to own land like that back then in the 60s, 70s, in that time frame in Africa, in Sierra Leone, Freetown. No,
that's true. But I'm saying, so to me, it's like the people that you've loved, or people that like we didn't meet our great grandfather, but it's through online. Like, why would we not work to keep it within the family so generations down? Like, this is still going. Like,
they left a legacy.
Yeah,
we're
like,
building a legacy.
y'all are also. You said that's big for you because you are a product of generational wealth as well.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
And that's you're inheriting that. I mean, that's, and not just the material stuff that comes along with it, but the wealth of the mindset that is also a part of it, which allows you to continue moving forward how you're doing. So.
And we don't do that enough, man. We got this get it out the mud mentality in the Black community. Everything is like self-made. It's like we look down on people sometimes from being able to have a legacy that they can build on. It's like you kind of have to have this, I struggle, I had to make this, but man, the amount that you can do over the course of generations, it's like trying to run a relay race, but you trying to do the entire race yourself, as opposed to handing the baton off to somebody else with fresh legs that can keep it going. We're so limited by what we can do in a generation, not understanding that it takes hundreds of years to really build something great. And like, that's something we need to take advantage of. Everybody can't just do something new.
Exactly. Even to like add to your point is like, because you stated, which is the mindset that people feel like if you didn't struggle, get it out the mud, then you're not really doing anything. But to each like stage, you're building on
there's
it.
growth.
There's struggle for each one. So
absolutely.
it shouldn't even be that mindset like you didn't get it out the mud, like type of thing. Okay, this is what I came with. I was blessed to have this.
Exactly.
Now I meet a whole nother level, because ultimately, think about it, like, our grandparents left us the land, right? They left us property that was already built. Our father then had to use what was the foundation that was there, but for a lot of it, broke it down and kind of started back up.
Yeah.
That's a new struggle.
I mean, go ahead.
No, go ahead. No, I'll just say, he had to change, even though the walls were there, but he really did have to break down walls and rearrange and
complete the vision.
Yeah, the architecture, he changed everything in there. So even though, yes, you have a foundation, it's still a lot of work.
Yeah.
It took a lot of work, a lot of time, a lot of money.
Wow, that's crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Now that just reminds me of the preacher in me. It thinks of the scripture: one plants, one waters, and God gives the increase. And that's literally what happens. Like one person got to do work. Like she did the work. Whatever hell and high water she had to go through to buy the land, and to keep the land, and to maintain it, to keep the land fertile and healthy and everything else. Pops comes along. He does what he has to do. Also raising y'all to have the right mindset on how to keep the land and how to value it and cherish it. And now it's on y'all to do what you have to do to continue growing that. That is each, like you said, each stage has its own thing.
And y'all dealing with problems that they weren't even dealing with at that stage.
Exactly.
Because expansion is often overlooked. Like, to get something and maintain a business is a challenge. There's always work associated, but people underestimate how much work is associated with getting to that next level. Like, if you go from just one location to then 2 locations, like, that in itself can be a big change. And then, like, trying to navigate a different culture and then, like, operating this, especially doing this abroad. It's like y'all got different challenges.
And women in Africa trying to do business as well. I'm sure that is also another challenge as well.
It's a lot. And then, go ahead.
No, I'm just saying, because we are, our parents raised us to be strong African women. So I would say sometimes we come off, and then we have, that American brashness. One thing we've noticed about, in Freetown, a lot of people, they're very soft-spoken, and we're like, no, we need to do this now.
Everything's so easy going in Freetown.
When I went to Liberia, I had to learn, like, Llewellyn, my man, just slow down small.
Yeah.
Just slow down small. Because I would be my Americanness, and they're literally, it feels like they're literally also moving in slow motion too. And I'm like, oh, y'all in chill mode all the time.
But
let me relax.
The point with that, like, I didn't want to cut you off, but I just wanted to point, how they always think it's easy. You want to come to America. That's your goal.
Yeah.
I'm just like, you wouldn't.
You don't know how fast-paced.
The hustle here, the fast pace, you have to go. You have deadlines due at this time. You have to get it done before that time.
Hey, how can you imagine somebody from Liberia or Sierra Leone walking the streets of Atlanta, just sitting out in Midtown? Just bring them to Midtown, just let them sit around people.
Yeah, it's a completely different culture.
That's why I want to educate them on, because it's like, if there's opportunity out there, try to get your opportunity. But you could possibly do a lot in our own country if you just change your mindset a little bit.
Other people get rich. Like people go to the
Sorry.
Lebanese, they go to
Yeah.
Sierra Leone, they
Yeah.
get rich. They're not going just to be okay.
Exactly.
They go to get rich, and it's like we got opportunity that
So many
we're not
resources.
taking advantage of. Yeah, there's so much. There's so much. Now, you said it took a lot of money to get this done. What was costing all this money? Was it the operation? You're already on the land. Was it the construction? Like, how much was it, and where did?
Yeah, where'd it come from?
Yeah, and where'd it come from?
That was my 2-part question.
Yeah.
Okay.
Where'd y'all get the money?
mindset.
Where did you get the
Well,
money for this? You said
family
Beyonce,
saving.
Beyonce the president. Where did you get the money for these?
I don't-
You never seen that movie? Oh. But anyway, sorry. Go ahead.
But no, definitely family saving is
Yes.
where it came from. And
jobs
just
here.
having a conversation, the income you're also bringing in from working here. And the family thing, like we all put in, nowhere as much as my father, but we all put in, you know?
Small.
Yes. And I mean, I was talking to Daddy just trying to kind of get an idea, and his response, he was like, well, after 300,000, I stopped counting. So
300,000 USD, not Leone's.
I stopped counting.
Okay.
And you know, but again, there's the vision. And if you know our dad, and kind of like us, we're very particular with certain things. Like
He's a classy man.
very classy man, okay?
High class.
So if that's what we're putting out, that's what we're putting out.
Yeah.
So that's why, and with details, like I don't know if you remember the house per se, but like there was a stone wall that was like built, and the idea came from my grandfather, who built the stone wall upstairs in our main house.
Residence.
Yeah. And so like to put that one wall together, like he knew what he wanted. They tried to like help in the sense of like cuss down, and my dad is like, if it's not done correctly, it's coming off and you will do it again.
My kind of guy.
Right.
But I'm saying, think about that mindset, like
Y'all get along.
Yes.
that means money is being
Yeah,
wasted.
that's
Yeah.
true.
You know what I'm saying? But you have
he
so
was
much of
bending.
a vision.
He's like, if I
that-
want it this way, and it should be this way, because the thought process is, I'm not going to build something that I wouldn't stay at myself.
That's
I
our
wouldn't
thing.
feel comfortable just because you know you're in a different country does not mean that the quality should decrease.
Yeah.
The standard should
Agreed.
decrease.
Facts.
Agreed.
Otherwise, then you become a slumlord. I said, otherwise, then you become
Oh,
a slum.
yeah.
I said,
No, I said, otherwise, then you
Yes.
become a slum.
So,
If you're building something that you wouldn't want to stay at just to
Yeah.
make money,
Yeah.
exactly.
Very
That's-
much so.
Exactly.
yeah.
No, agreed.
And that's and I think that also was the reason
You
why
thought I was
he
calling
moved
your
away.
dad a slumlord?
no, I didn't think that.
Push this
but-
out the way.
She was like, we got to throw hands.
speak
What's
up.
up?
I was gonna let y'all have it. My name Bennett. I ain't in
And
it.
I ain't in it. But that that's
No.
also the thing. It's like, because the original tenants were taking care of the property, things were breaking down, and it could become like a slumlord type of situation. He's like, no, that's not
Yeah,
right.
absolutely not.
We can have people living like this, even if they're okay with that. We can have people living like this. This is what my parents built. So he shut it down. He's like,
Good.
we had to continue this legacy.
Yeah.
And that kind of goes with one of the like major, I guess, challenges, or one of our challenges would be like, having the sense of like adequate hospitality, right? Meaning that, okay, we're overseas, we're here, and we have certain standards. There's certain things that we're not playing about. Like if this is not done right, if this is not clean the way to our standards, we're not staying, we're not paying, we're fighting to get refunds, etc. So it's like having that mindset, and then back home, maybe they don't, because things are not necessarily viewed that way. You don't always have the eye that we have.
Yeah.
So because our vision may not always be in line, then we have issues that can come about. So it's like adequate training is what's needed. And then not only like the training to begin with, but to keep up with training. Because you could start off initially and then you can get right, but then you're embedded, like Sierra Leone mindset is embedded within you. So it could be that you started off strong. as far as what we asked for, but then you kind of go back to the ways of how you used to do things, and that you got to make us different. Like, so for other people, if you're trying to get into this business, what's going to make you stand out from any other hotel in Sierra Leone or Liberia, wherever? You have to have your own standards, and you cannot like
You can't waver from
can't
it.
waver from it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
stay
have to
strong.
firm.
Mm-hmm.
And
what-
I know y'all were asking like, what do we spend the money on?
Oh,
So I didn't
yes.
want to veer too far away from that.
Yeah.
Material is very expensive in Sierra Leone.
Yeah, I think
Oh.
products in Sierra Leone
It's
tend to be
gone up.
expensive. Services are cheap or cheaper.
Services are cheaper, but the products, the materials,
'Cause you gotta import
because
a
you have
lot.
to import
Yes.
everything, and it
Yeah.
costs so much more to import here compared to if you were in Nigeria or Ghana or things like that. And I don't know. I don't want to speak too much on that because you keep things. But the government could do a bit better. I would say that they could do a bit better with working on those import fees.
Yeah.
Because it's cost so much more, and it's unfortunate that in other West African countries you can go so much farther with the money that we spent.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
I think we're running out of time.
Yeah, we're
now.
running out of
We
time.
got to ask our
Sorry.
final question, which is the fun one. That's his
Yeah.
job, that ain't me.
Okay.
Yeah, so we ask this to pretty much every guest. So for anybody who's going to Africa for their first time, it could be any country, what's one thing you recommend, what experience they should try out, whether it's like eating a certain food, going to a restaurant, village, whatever, what's the one thing you think you would recommend? Each of y'all can give a different thing if y'all want.
Okay.
I would say you definitely need to go try. If anything, research what is the country's top food. What are they known for making?
Food is always a popular one.
Yes, because it's like, our
'Cause
culture is our
African food
food.
is superior.
African culture is like based around the food. You hear about Africa, what do you think? Jollof rice. Or you
Yeah.
think you hear Nigeria,
Yeah.
unfortunately. Don't
Yes,
strike me. Don't strike me, you guys.
We got
but-
that's a clip. We got to clip that.
But, you hear about Nigeria, Ghana, you hear jollof rice. One thing people don't understand is Ceylon jollof rice is so sweet. My best friend, she's had
Unmatched.
Ceylon jollof rice.
Unmatched.
She tried Nigerian jollof rice. She said, this doesn't taste like your mom's. I said, I know.
So
Case closed.
I'm gonna say this about Sierra Leone food. I've never had it, but my aunt
How do you
loves
let that happen?
because he fake.
He
My
lives in
aunt-
Maryland.
You can still- I be here once a month,
There's plenty
bro.
of Sierra Leoneans
We're
up there.
deep there.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Excuses.
I'll look for restaurants.
Anyway,
I'll look
go
for
ahead,
restaurants.
go
But
ahead.
my aunt loves cassava leaf. It's her favorite food in the entire world. We have cassava leaf in Liberia too.
Yeah.
And one day, we were in the crib, and I'm about to get fought if she realizes that I said this on the podcast. And she was like, "Lou, that's a family. Lou, I had Sierra Leone and cassava leaf. I don't know what they do to it, but it's better."
Okay.
Exactly.
Fact spoken.
Everyone
That's it.
knows we're known for our cassava leaf, crane.
What's that?
Jell-O rice.
Palava sauce.
Oh, y'all eat palawa sauce too?
It's crank. We call it crank
Crank.
crank.
It's slimy. Y'all eat it with fufu?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I would say you come to Ceylon, go to the beach, and then go to one of the restaurants on the beach and then order a traditional Ceylon, Creole,
the
not
way I want
Creole,
some food
sorry,
now.
no tries. A traditional Sierra Leonean food, I would say
Yeah.
that your
on the
experience will
beach,
be
Now I want fufu.
Perfect.
Now I want fufu and palava sauce.
Did you have something different?
For me, like, I'm an excursion girly.
Yeah.
So what I would say is that there's nothing that America or anywhere else has that Africa does not, right?
Yeah, facts.
So I would say to do research on fun excursions in the country that you're
Yeah.
at. And we've done some together and had a blast. So
Yeah.
like some not, but
Like,
you know.
we have jet skis too, you guys. We have jet
Yeah.
skis, we have yachts, boats,
Yeah.
everything.
So,
you can,
Yeah.
or go climb the mountain. We have
When I was in Liberia, we walked. There was a shipwreck. I guess it was some kind of Chinese ship, whatever that was there. It had been there for a while, rusted or whatever. And we were at a festival on the beach. Homie was like, "Yeah, there's a shipwreck. We can just go walk to it." We walked like 2 miles down the beach, walked through the woods and everything else. Like saw it, the landscape of everything, and like the way the beach was, where the shipwreck was. we literally, it was the type of beach where it will never be like really inhabited by people because you can't, like, in order to get to the shipwreck, we had to like go up the mountain and then like literally climb down rocks to get to the beach. So it can, unless
With
like
no harness.
no. It was an adventure,
Okay.
and then of course
Wow,
we went and
man.
climbed on top of the shipwreck too, because
course.
you have to.
Yeah.
But like just doing stuff like that,
Yeah.
it's fun.
It is.
It's absolutely fun. You can't do
Agreed.
stuff like that in the U.S.
Yeah, agree. So yeah, that would be mine.
Man, all right, ladies, this was fun.
It was.
This was a great
I
conversation.
wish we had more time.
I know, right?
Yeah, we
so
the time
We've been
robbed us,
running
but it's all right.
behind,
Yo, this has been another episode of your favorite African/Black podcast, Afronomics. You know what it is. We will be back with more people. We have these two lovely queens here, and they're dressed so blessedly.
Blessedly.
So blessedly. Until next time, like, subscribe, tell everybody you know, and then tell everybody you don't know, and then come back and watch us again. Afronomics, we out.
All right, we out.